Now, retirement gives you more time, but it can also cost you more money than you expect. Because one thing no one talks about is how easy it is to start impulse buying. And honestly, I've made a few mistakes myself. I bought a NutriBullet for making smoothies, etc., and it's a fairly large piece of kitchen equipment just sat on the kitchen worktop. I think I've used it half a dozen times in 2 years. Hi, I'm John, and welcome to Retired and Inspired. Now, when you retire, you've got more time, more freedom, and suddenly more opportunity to spend. And that's where these impulse buys start to creep in. They feel like good ideas at the time, but later you start to think, why did I buy that? So, here are 6 things retirees often impulse buy and end up regretting. Number 1, gadgets you don't really need. I think I've just mentioned one of them for myself. This is a big one. You see something online, a new device, a smart tool, something that promises to make life easier, and you think that could be useful. But a few weeks later, it's sitting in a drawer or cupboard, unused and totally forgotten. Number 2, hobby equipment you don't stick with. Retirement feels like a fresh start. You think, I'll take up golf or photography or painting. So you buy all the gear, but the interest doesn't always last, and that expensive equipment just sits there. Number 3, home improvements that you rush into. Now you're home more, you start noticing everything. Why should we change that? Should we change that? Let's upgrade this. Before you know it, you're spending money on things that weren't really necessary. Do you really need to upgrade your double glazed windows when they perfectly last probably for another 5 or 10 years? So, number 4, subscriptions you forgot about. This one is sneaky. Streaming services, apps, memberships, they don't seem like much, but they add up. And a lot of the time, you're not even using them. Especially at the same time, you might have subscriptions to Netflix, Amazon Prime, Paramount, Discovery, but you can only watch one at a time. You might be watching a long series on one of them one month and not use the others at all that month. What a complete waste of money. I personally am subscribed to Netflix at the moment. However, I watch that for about a month, watch everything that's of interest to me, then I'll cancel that subscription and I'll subscribe to Amazon Prime or something like that. So it's cutting down all these monthly subscriptions. They're a total waste just sitting there. Number 5, too many treat yourself purchases. And look, there's nothing wrong with enjoying your money, but it can become a habit. You say to yourself, I deserve this, why not? And those little purchases start to add up very quickly. Number 6, things to fill in time rather than add value. This is the big one. When you've got more free time, it's easy to buy things just to give yourself something to do. But those things don't always bring lasting value. And that's when regret really sets in. And what does it really come down to? Well, retirement isn't just a time change, it's a complete mindset change. Because if you're not careful, spending can become a way of just filling space. But here's the good news. Once you're aware of it, you can take control of it. You can pause before you buy. You can ask, do I really need this? Will I still use this in a month? And that simple shift can save you a lot of money and regret. So, retirement is really, and it should be, about enjoying life, not looking back at things you wish you hadn't bought. So be intentional, be aware, and make your money work for you, not against you. If you've ever made one of these impulse buys, you're certainly not alone. I know I've done it on many occasions, but I've at long last learnt my lessons. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear yours. No matter how embarrassing it might seem, believe you me, I've made them. So let me know in the comments. And if you want honest, real talk about retirement, make sure you subscribe to Retired Inspired and share. And I'll see you in the next one.